Hello everybody, hope you guys are all having a very good morning. I know Bitcoin's taking a little bit of a tumble, but let's see if we can find out where a good buying zone is and how we can move forward from here. At least two you guys are making some good money here. I'm going to probably take this off with my favorites. I don't like how that looks. How did that work out? There we are. Perfect. Alright everybody, oh, my stream is kind of freaking out on me over here on my YouTube side, so hold on 1 second, let me refresh the page and it should work out okay here. There we go. Hey Joe Fresh, happy to see you back, my man. I'm going to put up a poll very fast. Let's say 88, and then one more. There we go. All right, perfect. Hey Armez, let's see where. Oh, I just put a poll up. Sorry guys. Passion Studios. Once this poll kind of goes away here and it kind of drops back down, I'll be able to read all your names. There we go. Hey Randy, hey Max. There we go. Let's see what's going on right there. Okay. We'll wait for a couple people to pop in here and then we'll be good to go. This is going to be like more of an hour and a half long stream. I have to do a lot of videos for you guys today. I'm going to be doing some updates. I just put out a video update on Bitcoin. There is a buying level right now if you guys wanted to take a nibble right there. Otherwise, you guys are going to continue to hold in positions or continue to hold on to that cash, and then you can buy back in a little bit later if you believe it's going to come back down below the 58,000 Fibonacci level. I'll be putting out some videos for Ethereum, ADA, maybe SHIB, some other plays out here later on. Ignore the dog making a lot of noise in the background. Sorry about that, guys. And so look for those sometime later on today. And if you guys can do me a huge favor on some of these videos, when you guys watch them, please watch the entire video if you can. It helps YouTube promote my content, I believe. So I'm trying to run a test there. So if you guys could watch the entirety of the video, I would really appreciate that. We got about, let's see. Hey gamers ever die. Hey man, are you doing how are you doing? How much you think it will go down? Right now it looks like the Fibonacci level says about 58,000 or so, give or take 200 bucks. I didn't make this Fibonacci level precise, but let's say if I let me take away the volume here for you. Dude, Doug, what the hell is wrong with you today? He's getting so he wants to go do something. I'll have to take him out to the park after this. All right, at the start of this breakout, there we are. So the Fibonacci level is somewhere around 58,177, which matches up with this support that we have over here and this resistance that we've had over here. So this is a pretty decent buying zone. I think you saw it tapped on the 50-day moving average. If you guys are watching late last night, which was a pretty late night stream, we talked about buying around the 50-day moving average as an opportunity for a bounce. That would have been a good opportunity as of now. But if it does come back down again, I still think it's going to be a good buying opportunity. This is the buying zone right now. A little like, let's say between $58,000 and $60,000. That's going to be the buying opportunity right now. Let me go one thing. My thumbnail must suck today, so I need to change up my thumbnail. No, it doesn't. Okay, never mind. Should be okay. Back up here. There we are. Hey, 1977. Yeah, so right now it looks like the floor, at least right now, is 58,000. We're going to see if it breaks down below that level. If it breaks down below that level, guys, just be forewarned, it's going to happen very, very fast because look at this. We have to deal with the 50-day moving average, and it usually takes quite a bit of volume, quite a bit of force to bring us down below the 50-day moving average. When's the last time you can see as we broke above the 50 and the 20, see how big of a candle that is? When we break down below it, how big of a candle that is? A few smaller ones as we kind of stagnate, hold, or not stagnant right here. For those big ones, when you're moving down below the moving averages, it takes quite a bit of volume to kind of pump these suckers up. So if we do end up dropping, guys, I would say really like the next 36 hours is crucial that you guys like not be watching my streams per se, but just watching crypto in general and just making sure that your positions are pretty safe. If it falls down below this, let's say 57, like falls down below 58,000 or so, then you guys could consider selling off some of your altcoins and looking to buy back down closer to when Bitcoin is like, around 55,000 or so. That might be kind of an annoyance, but it'll save you some money and it'll increase your profits in the long run. Let's see. Hey, El Perosito. Hope you're doing well, my man. Looks like this is going to be a smaller stream today, but I don't mind. There we go. I think a lot of you guys are at work. That's why the daily stream's always so much slower. But that's why I guess my morning stream's a little bit shorter as well. But right now, guys, this is the clear buying zone for Bitcoin. Let's say 58,000 to 60,000. That's what I'd be looking at the moment. If you can get your altcoins in there during that price range when Bitcoin's that low, I think you guys will be fine. Again, not huge positions, but small ones that could definitely make you some good money here. Now, let me go back over here. We're going to talk about all these other altcoins that have been popping off and dropping off like rocks. Because some have actually been doing okay. You see some of the metaverse coins that I was talking to you guys about yesterday. Sandbox is up about 15% since yesterday. So Wax is up a little bit here. Mana is up a little bit here. So they're good opportunities. But the majority of the coins are obviously down. All right. My dog's drinking some water. So if you're looking at Dogecoin here, we've had a pretty heavy drop all the way back down here to 22 cents. It looks like it now. It's back up to 24 cents, which is pretty nice. But we're going to need this to be able to curl up here pretty soon and try to make it back up here to 27 cents. As for a while, it's been kind of creeping up here from between the 22 cent mark all the way up here to the 35 cent mark. It looks like it's still fine to me, but we do not want it to break down below this level because that would not be a good sign for Dogecoin if that was the case. And we fall down back, back down below 20 cents. I might shave off some Dogecoin, look to buy back even more of it as it comes down. But this is going to be a very careful time for Dogecoin. A lot of these cryptos that have been not performing as well as we want them to. All right. We saw the Ethereum breakdown yesterday as well. Actually, it happened a couple days ago. Ethereum was a warning that Bitcoin is going to fall, unfortunately. Now, if you see right here, 50-day moving average, this is going to be an opportunity to buy some Ethereum if you want to. Let's hope we can stay above that one. But this is the next level of support that we're looking at here. Going forward for Ethereum, let me see if I can actually add the Fibonacci levels on here or if they would actually do anything. There we go. So we are tapping on the Fibonacci level around $4,126. Not a bad thing. Let's see if we're able to hold that. That does lead to a double level of support, one from the 50-day moving average and one from the Fibonacci levels. Matic's still cruising up here. Again, we have to wait for it to break above that trend line to be bullish. 88 breaking down below its 200 or trying to at least. So far, it's managed to hold, but man is that we don't want that to happen because that'd be a death cross that'd bring this sucker back down. XRP. This thing already broke down once. There we go. Tapped right down on that trend line. Let's see what happens with this one. This has been a false breakout because of what Bitcoin did. I bought some here, sold some there, had to sell some here and here. And so for now, we're still on this uptrend, but man, oh man, this one doesn't look as nice. BitTorrent as well, breaking down currently out of its trend line here. Now, the good thing about BitTorrent is it has this other trend line way down here. If I could extend it. It's in the right line right there. There we go. So if this does break down, besides the levels of support here at 0.0029, it might come all the way back down here to 0.0025 or so. So just be careful with BitTorrent. It's okay to start shaving off some of your altcoins here if you are feeling a little bit pressured or you feel like you're going to be suffering a great losses going forward. Ethereum Classic here. Oh, I guess okay, that's fine. There we go. It tapped down once down here, coming down even harder. We'll see. It's trying. A lot of these coins are trying to hold on to certain trend lines here, but if they end up breaking down and closing down below those trend lines by the end of the day, that's not going to be a good sign. But it looks like the majority of them are barely hanging on to the effect that if we do close in the next 6-7 hours here, most of them will be above, so it'll be a good opportunity for a lot of the coins to have one day of rebounding. What happens then, we'll have to kind of check out the technicals, but at least we're looking okay for now for a rebound tomorrow. And by tomorrow, I mean tomorrow's day candle. Anything else important here? Litecoin's down quite a bit. Litecoin is trying to break down back below this support level. But it's tapping on the 20. This just had a golden cross though too. This should, and I mean, as long as Bitcoin really doesn't crash, this should actually still go even higher past $300 here pretty soon. if Bitcoin's able to recover. This would happen really, really fast if that did happen. Anything else? And the last thing we can talk about, we'll talk about some other stuff here pretty soon, is SHIB. SHIB broke down below its trend line here a while ago. It looks like it's headed down for 0.00004314. So just be aware of that. SHIB looks the weakest out of most of the cryptos at the moment. And I'll go back over here to Doge and put on the 15. And I'll take off the Fibonacci levels for Bitcoin. I'll take out this little buying zone for Bitcoin so we can see what's going on. And we'll put on the 5 so we can see how that works out. Yeah, we had this big drop here early in the morning. That probably scared a lot of people off. Actually, we can watch the second chart for now for Bitcoin. This is going to be more of a Bitcoin dominated stream instead of a Dogecoin one at the moment. We're really in a, not in danger mode, but this is where you're going to see people really start to panic in the markets, and you know, it's just the way it is. Hey Randy, Litecoin needs a new bulb. Yes, it does. I'm wishing well Litecoin. It was in a prime position to have a good breakout, and then all of a sudden Bitcoin took a dump, and now, you know, it's definitely hit Litecoin pretty hard. Because majority of the time when you see a pump like that happen in a particular security or a crypto coin, it's usually a bunch of day traders or retail traders that don't know exactly what they're doing, or a bunch of day traders that have a lot of money and they're only there for that quick pump. And then so when you saw Bitcoin take a dump, you started to see all the more full-time traders that do day trading for living in crypto space. They dumped out really fast, and then it was up to the retail traders to keep on buying up, but they don't have the capital to keep Litecoin up at that point. Hey Ryan, good morning, my man. How is your dog going to react with the snow? Isn't he just puppy? It's not snowy just yet, but it'll be fun to see how he reacts to it. Apparently his dad and uncles love the snow. Him, however, I don't know. I think he'll be fine with it. I'm gonna get him used to the cold weather. He's outside all the time when it's cold, though. As long as he doesn't start shivering, I let him stay outside. He enjoys it though. He's been running around all day, and I just stand out there watching him run around. He's been chasing all the squirrels. But this is his dad. There you go. His dad is. Which one is this? No. That's his dad right there. Axel the second. I don't know if I can zoom in there. I might mess it up. Yeah, so that's his dad right there. So they all like the snow. He should be fine, but we'll see. And I think his mom is, no. That's his mom right there. So he should be okay in the snow. Seems like on the ranch they get lots of snow, but I know he was born in July, so he's never experienced a winter yet. Should be pretty fun for him. Hey Cognos, happy to see you back, my man. And hey Nomad Trader, hope you guys are having a good evening, or good morning, excuse me. Let's see what's going on here. If you guys have any questions, let me know. This is going to be a much shorter stream today because I'm going to try to pump out a lot of videos, and then I'll probably have a longer evening stream going forward here, just because I know the majority of you guys are stuck at work during the daytime hours. Let me see what's going on here. But Litecoin is taking a pretty big hit. Usually the stuff that's taking the biggest hit is usually what I'd be starting to accumulate a little bit more of as Bitcoin looks to finish off the day here. But like I said last night, this was only the first day candle. We could always come down a little bit more here. Hey Suga, hey Mike, let the other stream know you are live. Let me take a quick peek here. How do I do this? I'll do this the fastest way I know how. Pop. It doesn't even say I'm live on my other stream. Okay, here we go. Copy link here. Oh, Secret already did it, but I will double check. Live. Thanks. That's Secret. Why doesn't it do that? Sometimes it'll like highlight your name. Sometimes it won't. I don't know why it does that. There we are. Hey Ryan, how's Affleck looking? AFL. Let me take a quick peek for you. Down a little bit. It looks fine. What I'd be looking at to see if it could break above. Where's this high at? It's trying to break out. It's just hitting this wall right here. If it manages to get above, let me see what the weekly is here though. I just want to see the weekly high. On the weekly, it is breaking out, which is nice. If it can break above 57.63, it's currently at 57.32. Or yeah, I guess we just go back here. Yeah, if it can close above the 57.66, whatever that level is, then it should be a good buying opportunity here. It does have dividends today, and usually after dividends, people tend to sell off a little bit because they've gotten their dividends. So I'd be aware of it, but overall, it's looking pretty well, especially if you're looking at the overall market here. Dow's up, Nasdaq's up, and the S&P 500 is up. Even Tesla's up, which has been pretty nice to see, and especially the Home Depot. I don't know if any of you guys ever own the Home Depot, but I've liked the Home Depot for a while because I always feel like there's always going to be a need for contractors, and as we try to build more and more, Home Depot's going to get more and more in that business. Now, what I can do here though for watch list, watch list. Okay, I just want to take a quick peek at the oil prices. So oil prices are starting to teeter a little bit, which is a good sign. I'm hoping that can keep up then. If we can get oil back down, that'd be very, very nice. And we got the Dow here bouncing off the 20 as we talked about last week. The SPY, same thing, or excuse me, SPY, same thing-ish. Not as much. And the Nasdaq didn't actually go all the way back down to the 20, but booming up here, same. You know, be careful with some of your options plays this week, guys, because we could just have a false boom right here, and we could just keep on coming down. Dude, stop biting everything. I need to get you something. I need to get him an interactive chew toy or something. I'm thinking of buying a little RC racer car and just driving it around the backyard and letting him run after it, and having it full of chew toys or something like that. Don't be mad that you can't eat a broom. I have a broom over here from when he puked the other day. So now I was just trying to chew on it, but I'm not letting him. Hey Monica, good morning. Hey Liam, I highlights the name when you have someone typed in when you are in chat as well. Since you just joined the stream, it doesn't highlight any names. Oh, that explains it. Okay, see, okay, that explains it. That's a really weird thing. I wish I could just, do that with somebody. But I guess maybe it's like a spam feature or something like that, to protect against spam. Who knows? Hey Liam, made 150 bucks on AMC shares today. Should have bought some options. I think AMC shares are much safer than the options at this point. You're gonna have to be lucky when you get to AMC. I haven't looked at AMC in a minute though. Let me take a quick peek at it. It's getting closer and closer to having another breakout opportunity. I still think it would be some. I would have some fun buying some calls here on the yellow. I bought some calls here on this breakout though, and I lost all the money on them. So we'll see how that works out this time though. But again, it's just mostly gambling money when I toss it into AMC. There we are. Hey Courtney, hey Mike, thank you again for that BLL call. I took profits earlier that morning. Yeah, same here actually. We for those of you guys that were in one of my option streams a while ago, we talked about Ball, and it was having a nice breakout, and it had subtle breakout right here, and it's pumped up a little bit. I sold off about 80% of my calls today, and I'm waiting to see if it'll go up even higher. Now let me go to the day chart here. So just in case it does, what's happening at the moment is it's running into low resistance here, and that's why it's okay to take up sell some here. It's actually a good time to sell some off. And then what you're looking for is for this to break out, and then if this does break out, that'd be another buying opportunity. The only thing is the market's kind of, the market's not as liquid as you would want it to be. It's very hard to trade sometimes. But for now, yeah, this is a very good play. I'm hoping it can go up a little bit more before dividends start to come in here. So this has been a very, very nice play so far. And funny enough, we bought it around here. It came down before the end, and then it managed to go up the day before. So that was nice to see. And I'm happy made some good money on that, Courtney. Now let me go down here to Doge. No, not Doge, Bitcoin, excuse me. Yeah, I need to have another one of those as well. Just yesterday, my internet was out, my power was out, so I didn't have the ability to do a stream. Hey Ghost, it's out of the pennant. Oh, that's nice to see then. Hey Cognos, Mana. Let me take a quick peek at it. Short term, we talked about Mana a little bit yesterday. I think it's still a good, this is something you want to hold. This is still something you can be buying at this level. I would say you're not going to be holding it for too long though. See if it has like one more pump within it. If it breaks down below the 20-day moving average, I would sell out of it. But I think it's still worth that risk to see if it has one more pump in it or even more pumps out of it at the moment. Because this is still, what? Let's see. I'm in the buying opportunity, which clearly yesterday as I was trying to break down below the 20. But I think right now this is still a good buying opportunity for Mana. I wouldn't put too much in here. I would maybe make it more of a smaller to medium-sized trade, like maybe up to like $500 or so, and then ride it up to see if it comes up a little bit higher with a jolt of volume. And if it doesn't work out, just sell as it breaks down below the 20-day moving average. And you can see Bitcoin on the daily bouncing right off of that 50-day moving average, which we were talking about, into that buying zone. What do you buy? No, dude, you can't be eating that stuff. He's trying to eat his vest. Look at, oh, dude, look, he has a vest and look at, he's eating Arda right through it. Dude, I gotta go buy him another harness now. He's gonna break that sucker off and take a run for it. No. Hey, don't bite me. No. Dude, I am not beef jerky. Stop it. He just really wants to play. I'm gonna take him out to the I'll take him out to the Spanaway Park or something like that afterwards. Dude, back up. Yeah, he's just very excited today. Dude, don't bite my sleeve. I wish I had a treat for you. I don't have any treat for you. They're in the garage. Hey. Don't go. You're gonna go in the kennel if you don't behave. I know you're wagging your tail like you're happy, but no. Thank you. Yeah, he's all. It's only when I stream. He's the perfect dog when I'm not streaming, but he hates when I ignore him and I'm just actually like focused on work and I'm just not continually giving him pets. All right, there we go. No. Your paws feel awesome, but no. Bro, you're gonna get put. Okay, hold on one second. He won't stop biting me. Hold on. Good morning, Aheat. Good morning. Yes, Secret, I will. In just 1 second. Here, just hold on a second, guys. Come on, boy. You go. You gotta be. All right. Sorry about that. Yeah, he is. I'm gonna have some welts in my hand from those. Let's take a quick peek at Roblox. You said. RBLX. There we go. Nice breakout here. I mean, okay, let me see this for a second. As weird of a trend line as that is, that is the trend I'm looking at. Is this? Short interest of 5. Investors Day kicks off. Okay. I'm just trying to see what's going on here. Taking some profits, that's normal. Nothing crazy though. Okay. Okay, that's good to see right here. Man, oh man, oh man. Okay. Now, I wouldn't be chasing this too much unless you have, let's see right here. I wouldn't be chasing this too much. I'd be more inclined to do some fun day trading with this if you're looking to go into the options markets. So far, this thing has been grinding. This is the 30-minute chart. It's continually been grinding here. It's riding the 50. I mean, is it riding anything else besides that? No. This has been riding the 50 moving average here on the 30-minute chart. So if you're looking to do a little bit of day trading, I'd probably see if it can come back down to maybe 115 before taking a little bit of a nibble off of it. Then as it tries to bounce back off, then you can try to hit those all-time highs again. As far as just buying some stock on it, this is something I would recommend for a long-term hold. The company just, it knows what's popular. It has the tech to back it up, and it seems like everybody wants a little share of it. So, I mean, I bought this, but like, back down here. I actually bought it up here and it went down quite a bit more. But what I'm looking at right now is a clear breakout off of this level of resistance up here. I think this has a little bit more to go. The only thing that worries me at this moment about Roblox is, let me go here to the 3-hour chart, is that you're seeing that a lot of the indexes seem like they're a little overweight, which means they may end up teetering down, which may bring this down as well. But if the indexes continue on their grind, or at least don't start to fall down, I would consider this being a safe place to buy. But yeah, Roblox here, I wouldn't want to pay this price for it. But so far, it still looks good. It still looks like it's trying to rocket off here. This was a pretty major gap up after this earnings, which says it was a bad earnings, but I'm guessing that there was some good news out of there with guidance or something similar to that. Let me see. Right there. Yeah, it's an okay place to be buying, especially if you want to ride the momentum. But I would try to wait and see if it can come down a little bit before taking more of a sizable position on it, personally. But if this is something that you would want to play with your with options, right? You see how you get these large candles every now and again, or large increases. That's what I'd be looking to trade. Personally, the thought of holding overnight kind of scares me with options on this play. But I would love to do some day trading on this with options. I expect the market to be pretty lively with them, actually. Yeah, there, let's see. There we go. Let me see what was bought today. Out of the money. Yeah, the majority of all this flow is saying, what, 120, 130. It's kind of at 118. 12, 13, 25. Nobody's really buying a bunch. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can go from the strike price. You have a few. Looks like the majority of people are aiming for 125 calls, though. 125, 120 calls. Maybe up here to 130. But you're going to see most of the premiums aren't too high. Maybe this 131 is an exception. That's above the asking price, so somebody really wanted this one. But when you sweep this all together, I would say if you wanted to buy some options, maybe next Friday, not this Friday, 125 to 130 would be a good place to go. And I would only, if you did want to buy options, I would only hold them for like 1 day maximum, one night, or buying them from morning and holding them until at least sometime close to close, and then you could see what the profit is for them. But I think this is a good long-term hold. Short-term, personally, I'd rather be trading options, but unless you're looking to buy some long-term shares for it for like a retirement account or something like that, or a long-term strategy. For now, though, let's see if it comes back down on the 15 and test out this 115 level or so. That could be a pretty decent time to either buy some puts as it breaks down, or some options or some calls as it tries to pump off and bounce off of that level and then try to go back up towards maybe 120 or something like that. So overall, great because of the volatility. Be careful at just like, buying at this level unless you're looking for a long-term play. But I still like this stock overall quite a bit. I mean, this thing has been zooming up like crazy. It's just that with all this kind of wonkiness happening on, the technical is going to be a little bit messier. The momentum says it's going to go higher, though. For how many days, we don't know. But if it does have a sudden drop, I would still take that as a buying opportunity, as kind of a fire sale like you might do in the crypto world. There we go. Pop that right there. There we are. Hey, so yeah, I'm happy Man is making some good news. I know it was having some issues with SEC or something like that, or was that Mara? One of the two was having some issues with it. Hasbro? Yeah, let me see, take a peek at it for you. So we talked about the Hasbro breakout. It still looks fine to me. This is what you would want to be scaling off, and it looks like you just did that actually. So my Hasbro calls earlier, what do you think it's going? If it manages to break above 101, then the next level of resistance is actually, ooh, this is a pretty nice one. The next level of resistance is up here at 105. And then again, I would sell off some of my Hasbro calls, and then if it goes up even higher than that, I'd be pretty excited. But look at this. Earnings is way back here. Dividends is way back here. The next pair of earnings isn't until February. So I think this is still a good opportunity if you wanted to buy some calls after this breakout. But right now, it's better to just, since you were able to buy down here, hold these calls, sell off some here, sell off some if it does approach the 105. And if it does pop above the 101 level, then I would use this $101 level as a level of support and as my final stop loss, just to make sure I can save some of those profits. I don't know exactly what your strike price is, but or if you're already in the money or outside the money. But I would be considering using that 101 as a stop loss if it does end up breaking out above it, just to make sure that you can lock in those gains there, because this has been probably some pretty nice gains there, especially from Hasbro, moving up from well, depending when you buy, $96 to 100 or $95 to 100. Both are good prices. Looks like it wants to break through though. But good job for scaling out. I know people don't like me to congratulate for scaling out, but scaling out I think is important. Hey Monica, Bill is going well. Have any expiration in December? Oh yeah, is it even for it to go up? Yeah, Bill can still go up even more here. Right, it just has to break above this resistance of 98.07. Then it has to break above the resistance at 102, and then it can go to all-time highs. We'll see how that works out, but you know, I'm definitely scaling. I've definitely scaled out some of my position today, just in case we end up getting beat back down tomorrow or something crazy like that. I just wanted to lock in some of those profits. So no matter what happens now, even if this were to go down to 0 or something like that, I would have still made profits off of this trade. But yeah, it does have room to continue going further. Hey Ryan, might as well let him finish that vest. LOL, keep it up so he can't get it. I know, right? He's jealous like a child when you have your attention on something else. I know. But look at this. I mean, like, I like to buy him some decent stuff. And you know what? Like, I don't know how much this cost. Maybe it's an excuse for me to get him a medium size now to move him up from the small since he's moving on. But like, there's this one right here, and there's this one right here, and then there's also this one right here. So like, he's just been gnawing at it and he steals it. I always have it like on a counter or something, but now he's just so big that I just forget that he's large enough to go on the desk. He's large enough to go on the computer stand and all like my nightstands and stuff, to go hunting for things. Just a few weeks ago, he was such a small little guy. He was too afraid to even try to hop on my bed, and I even have a little stair set for him. So no, it's just like he's a little wild guy, but I love him. Hey, Cagda, excuse me. Mike, bro, what do you think about Star Atlas and Polis? The game starts soon. Star Atlas. What are the tickers for those ones? Let me know what the tickers are and I can do some technical analysis on them. If they're... I heard like one of those cars with heavy bass. That always is annoying to me. With any new crypto that comes out with a game, I would usually consider buying it as long as it has a lower size market cap, but I would be holding it for a long-term play and nothing short-term, unless you wanted to buy short-term, sell on the pump, and then buy back even more coins when it drops back down a little bit for a longer-term hold. That's the strategy that you may want to try off. But personally, when I see coins that are, you know, any way related to games or the metaverse, I prefer just to buy them when they're brand new with a lower market cap, and then try to buy them off, try to buy them up a little bit. Like if we go over here to I don't know, what is we talked about the UFO coin, I think it was called yesterday, for the UFO game. Let me go to metaverse. Yeah, UFO right here. And you can see how it came back up a little bit here, but usually when everything was down last night, that would have been a good opportunity to be buying. Cube, yeah. See, a lot of these metaverse coins, I guess they're fairly new on BitGet, so they're not going to be the best charts, but hopefully given some time, they'll sort each other out. But Bitcoin in the 5 minutes, oh, this thing's trying to boom up a little bit. Hopefully that's a sign of a short-term reversal. Hey, Secret, thanks, Michael. I've owned Roblox for a long time, was thinking of options, much appreciated. Options seem to be the best way for it. Be very careful with options on that play. You're not going to probably want to buy too many naked calls unless you're day trading. Otherwise, maybe you want to try more of an Iron Condor or something like that. More of a different strategy. But personally, I would have a lot of fun day trading that. But I would have to be up at morning watching what happens. I'd buy some like around the morning, whether it be puts or calls, and then I'd be day trading from there. I wouldn't be buying it the day before and then holding it like I normally do. It'd be more of a day trading strategy with that one. But those 130 calls that expire either this week or next weekend, they look pretty nice. Especially in Wall Street would agree with that one. Hey Travis, Mike, did HNT drop today? Their blockchain went down. Let me see. About 4%, 5%, not more than anything else. In fact, it's less than Bitcoin at the moment. The one thing I'll say though is this is screaming towards the 20-day moving average, so I can see this coming back down here to $40 or so. So, I mean, and, you know, if that's the case, I'd probably sell and then buy back down and save myself 11% losses. But for the moment, yeah, this looks like it took a pretty hard hit, coming down. No more so than a lot of other coins here that I'm looking at, but at the moment, it looks like it's coming down to its 20-day moving average. So this thing looks like it might have another 10% to lose or so. So I'd be wary of this one. Maybe that bad news is also causing it to come down a little bit more drastically. But yeah, it looks like it did take a little bit of a hit, but nothing more than any other coin that's we've been watching over the past few days. Crazy to think that their blockchain went down and they didn't have a huge hit though. That is a pretty crazy thing to see. Hey Doge, hey Mike, I hope all is well. AMC is making some move. Yeah, Ghost Rider and a couple of the guys were talking about it as well. There you go. Here's one of my trend lines that I have set up, and it's over one of the older ones, and I'm just watching it right here on this one. You can see how it just tapped it right there. I'm hoping it can go up a little bit higher. It'd be nice to see AMC have a nice little quick pump up here. Maybe I'll do a technical analysis video for you guys on AMC after the stream is done. So it broke above the old one, but the earnings report kind of crashed it down, so I adjusted the trend line here. Now, it's not too strong of a trend line just because it's only tapped once, twice, maybe 3 times now. But normally I like to see like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means that it's going to have a stronger breakout. Short term though, guys, I still think this is a pretty good play. But another opportunity for you guys to see AMC here. We are. There you are. So I would actually even use this trend line right here, because this is much more of a much more of something we'd be looking at. So you can see how it's tapping on the first one. I think I may have some resistance right here as well. So I'll be watching both of those resistance levels. I am hoping AMC could have a big boom. I'm kind of inclined to buy some YOLO calls in AMC, even though I know the market is a little inflated. I have a put expiring in the money on Friday. I've never exercised an option before. Do you recommend it or have advice? I normally don't recommend exercising options, especially if it's a put. That means you're opening a position. That means you're selling off the shares. What it's best to do is just to sell the call or put and be over with it. If you exercise an option, that means you actually have to have enough money to actually buy the shares. So let me tell you in the version of a call. Let's say you have 100 calls of Amazon, okay, and that would already be expensive enough. If you want to exercise those calls, that means you actually have to be able to, so remember, each call gives you the right to buy 100 shares of Amazon. If you exercise that, you have to buy 100 shares of Amazon 100 times because you have 100 calls. It's a lot of money. And so you have to have that money in your account in order to do that. Same with if you're selling off the put and you're shorting it, you have to have that enough money there to open up that position. So just make sure that you have enough capital if you wanted to try it. But most people usually don't, just because of how much money it costs. Now, if you just have maybe 1 or 2 puts, maybe that can be a little bit different. But, you know, who knows if you really want to open up that position or not. It can be very, very terrifying when you do that, because you just see a lot of your capital went straight to exercising those options. Hey, Nomad, you bought at 80 cents a share, so you made some good money scaling that. Okay, that's good then. You guys are making some good money, especially with the crypto market kind of being poo-poo the way it is. I'm happy you guys are making some good money in the stock market. Hey, Moji, do I think it's the right time to be buying SHIB and Bitcoin? SHIB, not so much. I do think today we'll have a good opportunity to buy some Bitcoin here. I think anywhere between 58,000 and 60,000 is a good opportunity to have a small position opened up. I think that's a decent buying zone for Bitcoin. So if we kind of pop out here very fast, let's go to the daily chart. you're going to see this level of resistance that we had back here that took a while to break off, and then we turned into support. This is going to be a decent buying level right here. Let me pull out a rectangle if I can. Hold on, I got the magnet on. There we are. Somewhere around there, I think, is a good buying level for us, especially if we're looking to bounce off. I think if we do have another drop, it may be another wick look. But again, if you buy right here, and if we do break down below this 50-day moving average pretty hard, and we end up crashing below this the support level, I would probably look to sell some of my crypto off and then look to buy back at a lower place down here. That's only for my swing trade positions, not my long-term positions. My long-term, I'm just holding. But for swing trading, buying level right here, and then there might be another buying level right down here, about $54,000, and I would like to see how that works out. But right now, this is that buying level that I'm looking at, unless we get another wave of shorts buying in here, which I hope we don't, but we'll have to see. Guys, at this moment in time, look at the 4-hour. Bitcoin looks heavy. Looks like it wants to continue coming down here. We'll see how much further it wants to go down, and we'll see if it's able to, the support level is able to, keep Bitcoin from falling down below the $57,000 mark, $58,000 mark. More importantly, the Fib level, which is about 58,000 or so. That's the Fibonacci level, and that's what I'd be using right now as my ultimate level of support. If we break down below that, and if the daily candle closes below that, that's when we're like, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, we need whales help immediately, or we're going to come down a little bit harder. So this is an important time to be watching crypto. You don't have to watch my stream, but I would recommend just keeping a tabs on what Bitcoin is at, having a few alerts set up if you have the capabilities to set alerts. If you guys don't know how to set alerts, this website that I use is TradingView. It's 100% free. You can right click on a trend line that you've set up, or whatever line. It could be a Fibonacci line, whatever. And there's this little button right here that says add alert on horizontal line. It'll say add alert on whatever, like moving averages. If I do it here, see add alert on 50 EMA or 50 EMA, right? You're gonna tap on that. It said add alert, and you're gonna say only once, and when it crosses down below it, and then you're getting a little alert, and it'll pop it up on your screen. It'll notify you on the app. It'll do whatever however you want to be notified. It'll notify you of that. And that way, if it does occur, you guys can rush to your phones, rush to your laptops, your desktop computers, whatever it may be, and just see what's going on and see if you need to sell off your positions or see if some of your stop loss orders have hit, etc. So I'd really recommend setting up an alert right now, especially if it happens at night, because that's when all this crazy stuff usually tends to happen. There we are. Let's see. Hey, Ethan Hunt. It depends on where your stop loss is for those. When you open up those positions, what was the stop loss that you put in place? That's going to tell you if you need to sell off out of them or not. Hey, Travis, maybe because HNT went down, there was less selling pressure. Probably because most of the weak hands probably hopped out soon, or most of the people that didn't want to hold on through this little bit of a hiccup on Bitcoin probably sold off really early. That could have been it. I mean, it could have probably been like a bad 10 to 15% day if it wasn't for that Bitcoin drop. So that could be a good theory as well, Travis. Hey, no worries, Ryan. Hey, Michael, when are we making a sister page channel of your content for non-English speakers? I have no idea how to do that at the moment. Actually, I have no idea. I mean, I might be able to. I have no idea how to do that whatsoever for non-English speakers. Most of the time, I mean, maybe I can find some way to do subtitles, but there might have to be some software in there involved, because I don't speak multiple languages. I just speak English and some bad Spanish and some bad Chinese. So I'd have to figure out a way to do that. But I think it'd be worth it. Maybe when I get closer to 100,000 subscribers, honestly, because right now I don't get many channel views. I maybe only get like actually I get a decent amount of channel views, but I actually have no idea. That's something I have to research or ask some of my friends that deal with YouTube how they would work that out, because like I've never even heard of a sister page that's dedicated to non-English speakers. So that I'd have to start from ground zero to learn how to do that. But I would definitely be interested in trying that out. Hey, Miss K, hope you're having a very, very good morning or afternoon, depending on where you're at. I need to get some lunch here. I just realized I haven't eaten yet. Too busy watching this doggo. He's taking a nap right now. I let him run around for like a half an hour before the stream. Let's see. Hey, Ramirez, if you want to, you can definitely sell your Doge off. It depends on what your stop loss was when you actually bought the trade in the first place, right? with Dogecoin, the trend line would say the floor is around 20 cents or so, 22 cents, 20 cents. So if you wanted to buy back a little bit closer there, you definitely could. Just know if you sell, there's a chance Dogecoin can go up, but it would be okay to sell off some of your Dogecoin. It'd be fine. I was planning for long term, but I got like 15 to 20% loss already. So that means you're probably thinking more of a swing trading. Long term trading means you're willing to let it go down 50 to 60% and then pop back up over a few 100% in the long run. So if you're more of into swing trading, I would say you're going to be more likely to try to buy on the breakouts and things of that nature, because right now Bitcoin is definitely going to be making a lot of people panic. So I would say if you don't want to hold on to long term, you got to start practicing doing some of that swing trading and maybe even some day trading if you want to use some leverage. Because, you know, I just told you Bitcoin was going down here a little bit ago, and here we go. But how about this? If you want to try doing long-term trading, I have a link below for Bitcoin IRA, which is basically just holding Bitcoin for long term, and it gives you really great interest rates, and it even gives you interest rate on your cash. I would consider putting a little bit of money in there for your long-term plays, and then for the rest of your money, I would say you could open up a non-IRA type of account for maybe a small amount of money, like maybe 5 to 10 year holds, and then after that, you would want to open up an account like BitGet or Femex or something like that, and then from there, you would want to start practicing swing trading with maybe 1 to 5x leverage. Right now, 1x leverage, but over time, you can move up to 5x leverage, maybe even 10x leverage. But long-term trading requires like a lot of patience, and I mean a lot of patience and a lot of worrying. So what I would say is focus more on swing trading personally, just because it seems like long trading may be a little too emotional of a ride. And long-term traders, you know, if you have it's better to make a long-term account so you can just leave it alone and not look at the daily losses and stuff like that, because that's where emotions kick in. You want to be looking at your swing trades daily and your day trades daily. That's going to be more important to you rather than looking at the long-term trades that you have. On tomorrow, maybe buy some more when something drops. Yeah. So I would probably say have 3 accounts. Have a Bitcoin IRA for if you're looking for really, really long-term holds, which like pay you interest every year. Have a long-term account where it's just a separate account, like a Voyager or a Coinbase, where it gives you interest for holding, and then just have another account for swing trading, and then maybe have a wallet in case you need it. But I don't use. I mean, I have wallets, but a lot of times I like to put some of my crypto into certain exchanges where they're just going to be paying me interest for just having it in there. The only thing is sometimes the exchanges aren't going to be as secure as just having an offline wallet or a hard wallet. There we go. But right now, guys, we are seeing Bitcoin take a little bit of a dip. We do have support here. Well, short-term, a little bit of support. Not really, but we'll see what happens. See if we can have a bounce or something like it. But my voice is going, guys. Sorry about that. But yeah, Bitcoin is taking a little bit of a tumble. This is more of the time to be shorting, if you ask me. But if you guys are longing, don't worry about it. Just, you know, make sure you stick to your plan when you open up those positions. Let me go right back over here. And here's Bitcoin on the 4-hour. What I can do here actually is, let me draw a few levels of support on this left-hand side just so you can see what I'm looking at. There we are. I do the daily. Okay, that was fun right there, right there. And then let me put the fib levels over here. There we are. Look on the 5. And then now you can see support down here. Well, we actually have another level of support here at 60,000, but we're already below that one, so who cares? Yeah, it was right around here. This arrow. I'm making this a favorite. I hate having to keep going between cross and arrow. See the Fibonacci level down right around here at 58,250. So let's see if we're going to be able to bounce off of this Fibonacci level or not. And maybe off a couple $100 or so, but it's somewhere around here. Actually, hold on. Well, I'm going to see if I can get a better one. delete. Bounce this out full speed. Take away the volume here for just a second, guys. Let's go from the Fibonacci's right here. I'm going to start off with. There we go. All right. And there, back to the 5, put the volume back on so we can see all the drama going on. There we go. You can see Fibonacci level is right down here. So, and at the moment, this is still a decent buying opportunity for most of the crypto you guys are looking at. You might have to hold it for a while, but I think, what did I say, under 60,000 is a good buying opportunity. That's just how I would personally be trading right now. But, well, I'm not actually trading right now. I have limit orders set up, and some of those limit orders have triggered, some of them have not. And so I have been buying some up, but not by just doing, you know, open market orders, open limit orders. It's just been kind of just, you know, limit orders that I've set up 3 days ago now. Haley and Mike, what do you think about people who say technical analysis doesn't work and call it astrology for men? I never heard about that, but I think technicals do work. I think it's just technicals are such a very annoying thing to learn that nobody wants to take the time to do them. And so far, technicals have worked pretty well. I mean, even when we saw Bitcoin hit a golden cross and it was going down, what happened a week later? Bitcoin started to soar. So let me take you to Bitcoin here on the 1 day. And so here we go. Bitcoin had a golden cross right here. And then for those of you guys that don't know this website, there's a website out there called Investopedia. This is great if you guys are learning, trying to learn how to trade. You can go over here, you can search any topic, and I can just type in MA, and it'll give you a thing for moving averages and stuff like that. But what we're going to be looking for is a golden cross. Now, golden cross definition. A golden cross is a chart pattern in which a relatively short-term moving average crosses above a long-term moving average. The golden cross is a bullish breakout pattern formed from a crossover involving a security's short-term moving average, such as the 15-day moving average breaking above its long-term moving average, such as the 50-day moving average. Okay. Now, I use you can see right here, they say 50 and 200. What happens? 50, 200, this is a bullish signal, and you would expect it to go up afterwards. Now, and they also have a video talking to you about it as well. Again, this website is called Investopedia. They do not pay me for this at all. I just say, hey, this is a great website. They have a whole bunch of stuff here. I highly recommend it. Now, we had a golden cross right here. What happened? We came down, but right afterwards, we still ended up booming off. So usually it's a pretty good indicator, although sometimes it can be a little premature. But you saw right here, this was a bearish one. Bitcoin continued to come down off of the bearish version of that, which is called death cross. And actually right here, when the 20 came down below the 50, that signaled a downward move as well. And then what happened after that? Big boom. Now nobody knew it was going to be happening that big of a move, but it is something that you guys should be keeping aware of. Technicals have their place. Fibonacci levels have their place. You can actually see right here on the daily, using these Fibonacci levels, look where the dip that happened the other day. Look, it tapped right on top of that Fibonacci level right there. So I think it's somewhat laziness. On the other hand, you know, technicals are not as reliable in the crypto markets as they are in the stock markets, but they're still reliable. Sometimes people just don't want to do that work. And guys, if you guys are new to trading, technicals is very boring. It takes a long time. There are books about it. I have books about it myself. I didn't make the books. I just, you know, I read the books, and it's something that you guys need to learn how to do. I don't know how everybody else trades, but like I highly suggest learning how to use technical analysis. Highly suggest. Hey Monica, those short options plays are also great. If you can do them more often, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna do more of them. It's just I've been pretty busy, and I've been getting, what do you call it? I'm trying to change my sleep schedule so I can wake up like at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, and then start making videos early in the morning. And then by the time the market opens, I have a couple of technical analysis videos to help you guys out and give you guys ideas of what's going on. And that way, when you guys wake up, you have a video to look at before you guys start the day or before you guys go off to work. Kind of hard on my part because I drink a lot of tea, and my tea tends to have a lot of caffeine in it. So I ended my stream last night like around 9:30 or something like that, after like streaming for like a few hours. Well, I thought I was going to go to bed around like 10 o'clock or so. I didn't get to bed until 2 o'clock this morning because I drank a bunch of tea during the stream. Here's the cup from yesterday. And yeah, I totally forgot it was caffeinated tea, and I proceeded to not get any sleep last night. Let's see. Hey, Thomas, is there a chance for Bitcoin to hit 30K within a couple of weeks to months range? I would say not a high chance of that. I mean, Bitcoin would have to completely crash in order for that to happen. I don't see that happening right now. I mean, there's a chance, but I mean, I would not say that at the moment. We're still in a pretty nice uptrend. And remember, guys, Bitcoin's pretty far from its overall trend, but this is the main trend line for Bitcoin at the moment, right? This is that trend line. The bottom of that at the moment is right around here, about $50,000. That's the bottom of the trend line. So that's why I can realistically see us coming down over the next couple months if we did take a nasty turn or something like that. Something more like this, what you saw right here, maybe. But if we broke down below that one, it would take some really big news or some really big power of shorts to really break us down from there. At least from this last Bitcoin rally we had, something more like that when we broke down, or even something like that. But I would say this is probably more of an important one. Doesn't look that too pretty though because I have it stretched out a funky way. But for now, this is that major trend line that we're watching. I don't think we're going to fall down below this, at least right now. We're still pretty far away from it. And we have a lot of levels of support between that and the $30,000 range. There we go. There. Hey, Diana. Glad to see you on. Thank you so much. Hey, no worries. Happy to help you guys out. Hey, I've seen a couple people on TikTok and YouTube saying patterns don't work at all, but I feel like you need it to understand more than just the pattern in order to spot a trade. Yeah, so the pattern is the basic premise. Like every single one of you guys should start learning what patterns are and what they look like. And then after that, you have to kind of see what's happening beforehand, and you have to bring up, there's other things you can use like Fibonacci levels, past results, like what was Bitcoin doing in a previous bull run, things like that. You do have to take that stuff into account, but you can't just look at the pattern. But right now, for most of the markets, Bitcoin's in a bull run. The stock market's in a bull run. So what normally happens is it makes that whole process a lot easier because everything has been just continually going up, and it goes up, consolidates into one of many patterns. After that pattern, breaks out, it's an obvious buying opportunity just because the whole entire freaking market's been going up for the past couple of years or so. And Bitcoin's been going up since July, like July 6th or 7th or something like that. And so, like, if I go over here to, oh, I need to save that picture. This is one for Forex, but it's still really good, and I highly recommend you guys take a mental note of this. There we go. Open link in new, open image in new tab. There we go. Okay. Screenshot this, do something with this. These are some of the patterns that you guys need to know. Some of them look really weird, some of them don't. But you're going to see how some of them, they give you the arrows to how they started, right? Bullish if it comes up and it's in a bullish market. Bearish if it's coming down, right? And so these are a lot of these patterns you're going to see quite a bit, whether it's head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, cup and handle, inverse cup and handle. I don't see too many inverse cup and handles. Maybe I don't look out for them too much, but I don't see them too often. Triple bottom, double bottom. You're going to see more double bottoms than triple bottoms, I believe. Double top, triple top, pennant, stuff like that. And it's up to you to realize that not every pattern is going to look as crisp and clean as these ones. These are just diagrams, of course. You can see a W play like this one. This is called a continuation bullish variance rectangle. I just think of them as a horizontal line up here that needs to break out above, and I see the double bottom, so I want to buy down here on the double bottom, and I will sell some up here on the resistance, and then if it does break out, I'll scale it as need be. So yeah, definitely screenshot this, or you can just search for Forex trading patterns on your phone and screenshot it there. It'll definitely be a good help to you guys. Oh, look at, yeah, Bitcoin take a little bit of a soaring up right here on the second chart at least. Hey UFO, can I look at Meta stock? Yeah, I can take a quick peek at it here for you. Good old ETF here. it's still booming up. I mean, I would still be holding this personally. It's still on an upward trajectory. There's no, it's had a few dips here, but I think this is still looking okay. I would still be holding this. As far as buying it, I would have preferred to buy it on the breakout up here at $15, but it's only up $1 since then. So I do think it's still a good opportunity. But I think this is still fine to be holding at the moment, definitely. There you go. Hey, Dana, thank you so much for joining the Sapphire level. I really do appreciate it. And if you have any questions whatsoever, Dana, please do not hesitate to let me know. Ooh, excuse me. Hey, Henry. Right now, Bitcoin is in a buying zone anywhere from like $58,000 to $60,000. So if you guys wanted to take a nibble, that would be the time. If we do end up breaking down below the Fibonacci level at about $58,000, though, we will probably come down to $55,000 or at the lowest point, $50,000. So it'll be a pretty dismal week if that happens, but that's going to be the time to be buying up a bunch of crypto. But I don't know how many people are going to be wanting to buy up crypto when it's like blood red like that. Most people like to buy when it's in the green and they miss out on some of those good prices. So I would say the first buying zone right now is $58,000 to $60,000. If you can buy some altcoins in that range, I think you're going to be looking okay. Now, again, smaller positions. And if we do break down below that $58,000 level, I'd start to make larger buying positions, personally. Hey, Monica, I am continuing an IRA account, the link you provided. Which one should I, traditional Roth or Roth IRA? What is your interest rate they pay for Ethereum? I don't have the number off the top of my head. If you just sign up for an account, you don't have to like do all your information. You can just kind of see what they have. So there's two different ways. Roth IRAs and IRAs are a little bit different. Roth IRA has a cap about how much money you can put into it every single year. That cap is like I think like $5,500 or so every single year. That's the most you can put in there. It's the difference in tax structures. So you're not going to be taxed on it the same way as a traditional IRA. If you're looking to put as much money as possible into your Roth IRA, that's probably a good thing. And then after you max out your Roth IRA for the year, then you can put all that money into your traditional IRA. That's how I would play it. And let me just see. I'm gonna mess it up if I try to explain it here. There you go. I fund my Roth IRA way before I fund my IRA. Let's see. There you go. With the Roth IRA, contributions are not tax deductible, but earnings can grow tax-free earnings, which is good when they pay you interest on the earnings, right? And qualified withdrawals are tax and penalty free. Roth IRA withdrawals and penalty rules vary depending on your age and how long you've had the account and other factors, blah, blah, blah. So tax-free growth. Meanwhile, for the your IRA, you're getting taxed on those earnings. And yeah, so I like the Roth IRA better. That's what I'd say you probably want to go into, but you could always make two accounts. But I mean, it depends. Are you going to put $5,000 into Roth IRA every year, or are you going to maybe put like $1,000 or $2,000, something like that? If you're not going to max it out, there's no reason for you to make a traditional IRA right now. I like Roth IRAs better. I think most people do, but I don't think many people make Roth IRAs. I've always heard of Roth IRAs as like the secret trick of the wealthy, but I feel like a lot of people know about them and just don't put money into them for whatever reason. Hey, Goya. Hey, dude. I think it's a good idea to scoop up some more Doge at 23. Oh, yeah. I think right now is still a good opportunity to buy some Doge, especially since we're in the buying. Well, yeah, we're in the buying zone for Bitcoin. So I think it's still a decent opportunity. For all we know, tomorrow we could see some great returns. Now, what are we at? 58,000. No, excuse me, 56,000. We have about maybe like 4 or 5 more hours. I'm not entirely sure the exact time, but the candles change with the daylight savings crap going on. But, we have a few more hours before Bitcoin has another big dump or it has a big pump back up and takes a little bit of a breather here. That's going to be opportunity. And if you guys are buying right now, you guys could be buying for a swing trade, or you guys could be simply buying for like a 24-hour hold to see if we bounce off of this Fibonacci level or this 50-day moving average here for Bitcoin, which could pump up a lot of these coins to like 6, 7, maybe even up to 15% returns in one day. Some of you guys may just want to sell right then and there, which is perfectly fine. Some of you guys may want to hold on a little bit longer to see if we're going to have a full-on reversal back up towards 67,000, 68,000, potentially even 69,000. But there's two ways to trade it. So just make sure that whatever, if you guys are buying at this moment in time, you guys have some type of plan involved. Even if that means if it pumps up 10%, you know, from where it is now, not like, you know, and then you guys start scaling out at that point, and you just let the rest of it ride on to see what happens with it. Or if you guys just want to say, hey, I'm buying right now because it's under 60,000, it's in that buy zone, and I just want to ride it on for like a week or so to see what happens. There's tons of different opportunities there. Just make sure that you stick with it, whatever plan you have. You could change that plan, but you know, the goal is just to make sure not to become a back holder. Hey, Farlow, gas station should accept crypto. That'd be pretty interesting. I mean, with gas prices as high as they are, I would love to see them. I would love to see them allow people to. I would love to see that happen. I'm more thinking about how high the Ethereum fees are. I can just imagine if gas was that expensive. There we are, right there. I think we're okay. But this is that main level that we need to watch for right now. You can see we're on this short-term downtrend here. We're going to try to come back down and maybe test out this Fibonacci level at about 58,250. Give or take $100 on that Fibonacci level, because it's been kind of rotating on me because my hands aren't the most accurate. I got some nerve damage in my hands. But I still think we have an opportunity to come back down even more, or we just have an opportunity on the 5 to create higher lows and keep on marching back up. That way, come the new day, on the new day candle, we can start surging back up here and get a little bit more volume involved. So, but overall, the day candle is almost over. Let's see what happens from there. Short term though, guys, I think if under 60,000 is still a good buying opportunity. We're back above 60,000 right now, but we could easily just come back down a little bit more after testing out the 50 or the 200 here. Hey, Angel, Ethereum Classic. Yeah, let me take a peek right here. Ethereum Classic is on the verge of breaking down right here, so just be careful. At the moment, it's holding support, and we have about there we go. We got 4 hours, so it is 4 o'clock. Okay. We have 4 hours until this day candle closes. So if it manages to close above this in the next 4 hours, then you should be looking at a green day ahead. Same with Bitcoin. Let me back up Bitcoin right here. Oop. We want to see it close. This is the 4 hour trade. Yeah. We want to see it. Oh, wait, did I just 3 hours? Okay. Yeah, we want to see it close above this support right here, about 57,861-ish level. We want to see it close above that, hopefully. But more importantly, we want to see it close above that Fibonacci level, that $58,250 level. If it's able to do that, we could have a nice little bounce. And you can see right here, we got close to it, but not close enough. So we have an opportunity. But in the short term, guys, Bitcoin still looks a little heavy. So Bitcoin still looks like it wants to come down even more. We'll see what happens, and maybe this will be that final dump before the end of the day where we can have a good pump afterwards. So personally, I'm taking some small positions right now. Most of them are limit orders. Some of them have triggered and some of them have not. But for the ones that have triggered, I'm looking to hold on to those for maybe a couple weeks at least. And here's that Fibonacci level right down here. Right down here. So we're close. That's another 3% drop for Bitcoin, or 1,800 points down. $1,800 down. What are my thoughts on Solana? I like it. I think this is still a good opportunity to buy some more Solana. I'm not buying too much now because it is pretty darn heavy at the moment. Like it's boosted, it's boomed a lot. I want to buy more coins that are that are lower market caps right now, especially with all the volatility in the market. Sol is fine. I think Sol is a much safer play. It's good for long-term holding and swing trading. But right now, my priority is just buying a little bit of those and putting more money into these low market cap coins that have a potential of going berserk during the altcoin season. There we go. Pop it right there. Let me take a peek. There we are. Okay. And if you guys can, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and give the video a like. Every like helps out. There we go. Pop that back up there. So this is what we're looking at short term, guys. Let me put on the 15-minute chart. I'm hoping we can at least try to take a little bit of a ladder approach, or excuse me, a stepping approach. Stairs, stairs, stairs. That would look something more like, actually find a path here. So higher highs and higher lows is basically what we're looking for here. But more importantly, we want higher lows. Hopefully the higher highs will come along with it though. See. Hey Yanni G. Yeah, right now my buying zone for Bitcoin and crypto in general is when Bitcoin is below between $58,000 and $60,000. Right now it is in that sweet spot. I think Bitcoin does want to come down a little bit more though, so you can wait a little bit if you want to. I'd recommend, if you guys are looking to buy in to crypto at the moment, only have some small positions. Don't go heavy into anything. So you might want to have some cash on hand in case crypto goes down even lower, so you have an opportunity to buy even more of it. I have a bunch of limit orders right now, so if you guys wanted to put some limit orders down, that might be a good idea as well. Put them further down than you would expect. So if we do have some type of big drop in the middle of the night, or sometime like when you're driving home or using the bathroom or something crazy like that, you can at least hop into that position without actually having to be at your computer or on your phone making that trade. Yeah, no worries, Yanni G. And hey, you're watching. Happy to see you back, man. Let me take a quick peek over here. I'm going to take a second to look at this. That's not too difficult. Okay. There we go. All right. But if you guys have any questions about any particular crypto, let me know, guys. Why is cryptocurrency dropping? So the reason why cryptocurrency has started dropping yesterday, guys, is let me pull it up for you guys. Okay, so yesterday Biden signed the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, also known as HR 3684. If you go here to this website, congress.gov, and you look for this, I'm gonna hit Control F. If you type in digital assets here, type in enter. Digital asset is the crypto laws they put in place. Now this is just the table of contents, and it says information reporting for brokers and digital assets, crypto. Okay. Now let me go down to the second page. It's all the way down here, like all the way towards the end of the bill, and this bill is like thousands of pages long. Information reporting for brokers and digital assets. It's not going to affect you. It's going to affect the brokers. But who do you think owns a lot of crypto? The brokers do. So the brokers over the next few years are going to have to find a way to transfer all of their information over to the IRS, so the IRS knows how to tax you guys, how to tax people. And we'll figure out how that really works out. But the good thing for us is that they have 4 years to do it. I just learned that from Secret Fish yesterday. But you know, that gave an opening to the shorts to try to scare off some of the buyers from Bitcoin. So you're seeing some of the whales that normally are pumping up Bitcoin. They're taking a little bit of a breather because they understand that that's not necessarily good news, and they want to be able to they don't want to lose money, man. And so let me read a part of this just so you guys can see it. Any person who, for consideration, is responsible for digital assets on behalf of another person, reporting, and that's a broker, reporting of digital assets, brokers, a treatment of specified security section. Okay, let me see if I can find the bulk of it. Okay. Return requirement for certain transfers of digital assets not otherwise subject to reporting any broker with respect to any transfer which is not part of a sale or exchange executed by such broker during a calendar year, or of covered security which is a digital asset from an account maintained by such broker to an account which is not maintained by or an address nor not associated with a person such broker knows or has reason to know is also a broker, shall make a return for such a calendar year in such a form as determined by the secretary. So pretty much forms, bureaucracy is starting to wiggle its way into crypto. In a very basic way, bureaucracy is starting to wiggle its way in there. This is a big major legal, this is legalese stuff. So, but so it's not necessarily good for crypto, but that it doesn't affect crypto for 4 years, but the market is starting to press that in a little bit right now, which is causing a little bit of angst among investors. So I still think Bitcoin is fine overall, guys. Right now we're going down. Right now we're still looking pretty heavy, but going forward, I still think we're going to reach all-time highs before the end of the year again, and hopefully get up to $75,000, $80,000 range at least. Hey, Sammys. Well, nobody knows exactly when it's going to stop dropping. The next level of support that we have is the Fibonacci level down here at $58,250. If we're able to hold that one, that'd be a good sign for Bitcoin bouncing back up. And we have about 4 hours until the daily candle closes on crypto. So if we're lucky and we close above that Fibonacci level before in the next 4 hours passes by, we close above it, we have a good chance of bouncing back up to the next day, which is why this is my buying zone for crypto at the moment. What about Ethereum? Ethereum is fine. Ethereum broke down the other day though. Ethereum was the reason that Ethereum broke down before Bitcoin did, so everybody was kind of paying attention to it. Like right here, see? Broke down just a tad, then Ethereum came down hard. Look at this. Ethereum is bouncing off of its Fibonacci level right here, and it looks like so far it has 3 hours and 45 minutes to hold. If it closes above this level, we can have a nice bounce off tomorrow. Now, that's going to be more of a shorter term play, guys. So you guys are if you guys are buying crypto right now and you guys are buying in this buying zone that we have, what that means is that you guys are going to be holding it for just about less than 24 hours for a quick little boom, or you guys are going to be holding it, trying to let it bounce back up here and curl, maybe a breakout happening over the next few days, and then booming up above, all-time highs here for either Bitcoin or Ethereum. Now, the one thing I'll say, if you guys do buy here, I want you guys to make this sure, and we do end up going up, make sure just to have somewhat of a trailing stop loss, so at least no matter what happens, you're able to make some money on this little bit of a rebound happening tomorrow, which on tomorrow's day candle. So don't feel like if you buy right now and the price of Ethereum goes up, like 3-4%, it comes back up here to 4,400 or something like that. Don't feel like you have to hold on past that. You can easily just do a little bit of a day trade off of this rebound and then look to buy back in on an actual breakout opportunity here. The one thing about Ethereum here, I'm looking at it. This is the daily chart. Let me squeeze this out a little bit more. Go to the 4 hour chart. There we are. Magnet. There we are. So this is the breakout level for Ethereum. We may come all the way back down here, then try to curl back up over time, but we might come back down again before making that ultimate breakout. Try to go back up towards $5,000 or so. So understand this is a whole new pattern forming at the moment. You can see we almost had a little bit of a pennant from here, top to bottom. But what happened? We broke down, and that was not a good sign. That was a sign to sell. And then some of you guys did. I know you guys told me you guys were selling off Ethereum because it broke down out of this trend line here. All right. And if you guys are long-term holders of Ethereum, don't worry. Ethereum is still pumping off from this overall trend line here, like still doing very, very well. But short-term, that was a clear sign to sell off of Ethereum. And now you're seeing it's coming down a little bit more. Let's see if it's able to hold above that Fibonacci level, though. And that Fibonacci level is currently at $4,126. Pop it up right here. Let me put it back to Bitcoin now and back to 5 on the Bitcoin. And just so you guys can know, this is the 5-minute chart for Bitcoin, and this is the 15-minute chart for Bitcoin. Right now, we're still coming down here. We'll see if there's a better opportunity. And if you guys just take a quick peek at any of the other coins, Matic, they all look pretty darn similar to Bitcoin at the moment. So unless the coin is doing something completely different, the majority of the coins are still within that decent buying zone at the moment. Even this was in the buying zone if you guys had a limit order down here. But I don't think many people would have bought down here if they didn't have a limit order. Would have been kind of scary or something similar to that, right? There we go. But again, we're not too far from the Fibonacci level. We're not too far at all. This is about, from now, it's about a 2.5% drop or 1,400 point drop. There we are. Just so you guys can see the fib level. I'll even put a text down here for you guys so you guys can see. Should I type in? Hold on. Forgive me. Oh, I just butchered that so bad. Hold on. I need to learn how to spell Fibonacci because I do not know. That's something that you learn on the SATs, but never afterwards. Fibonacci. Fibonacci level. There we go. Let me just leave it at that. So let me give it a different color hue. There you go. So you can see the Fibonacci levels down here just so you guys can keep track of it. And we do have a level of support down here below the Fibonacci at 57,810. So we could easily just have a big crash with a wick pointing down here and then popping back off. So not a drop, not a crash, but a drop. Dip. There we are. OKD. See. Hey Dana, some of the coins I've been looking at, so I've been going over to CryptoCoinMarketCap.com, excuse me. And some of the coins I've been looking at are some of the metaverse coins. So if, before we go over here, you can go to BitGet, Sand, Alice, TLM, UFO, Starl, Cube, RFox, Wild, Spat, Polk, OVR. A lot of these coins have lower market caps, and this is some of the coins I've been buying up here, especially because the metaverse seems to be kind of a crazy thing that's happening right now, but it seems like it'll get pumped off eventually, and those pumps will be kind of intense. So some of these coins over here on the metaverse. But what I've been doing is I've been doing less technical analysis and just buying a bunch of random coins here. So I've been like anything under $100 million. If it's under a penny, like if it's like here, zero, if it has 3 zeros before the number, I've been buying a little bit of it just to see what happens going forward. Like I bought some Bitcoin. I think that's an exchange coin too, by the way. Red coin, I haven't bought any red coin, but let's see any more. I did buy some Apollo currency here. Let me go to the next page. And that's some of the stuff I've been buying here. I know a lot of these other coins will be going up, but I want something that can be memeable. And by memeable, I mean that you're going to see people say, I can get to $1. You know how a lot of YouTubers lied to people saying SHIB could hit a penny or $1? Stuff like that. I'm banking on those same YouTubers lying about one of these random coins going in the future. And because of that, I'm just buying those coins because I feel like YouTubers are, for the most part, a lot of them like to lie and tell people the hyper stuff. And so I'm banking on that. Same with Twitter, same with TikTok, whatever. I'm banking on those people to drive up some of these cheaper coins at the lower market cap levels where they can say they're going to go to $1 or something crazy like that. Like Wall Street Games, I have some of this one. UBX, not only that one, I own some ammo chain, some money token here, and that's all on this page here. And then again, mostly I prefer to have 3 zeros before you hit the first number, or first digit. So right here. Michael Pets actually owns some of this one right here. I didn't buy any Safe Moon, some DX Chain token, some Meta Coin token right here. So I own a bunch of this type of stuff. KRT, Xeon, Pebble. No, actually, I own some Xeon, but not Pebble. I should buy some Pebble though. It's gone down quite a bit over the last few weeks. So I've been pretty much just putting anywhere from like $50 to $200 in these coins, and then it's waiting. Most of them are $50 range, and I'm just waiting to see what happens with them later on. The majority of them, as of now, are down because I bought them all last week. But I'm holding them until altcoin season, so we'll see what happens then. Those coins are not subject to me, the ups and downs of the market. They're not subject to that at all. What they're for me, they're long-term holds where I'm kind of saying, okay, I'm gonna get lucky on one of these plays, and then for the most of my money, they're in safer positions like Bitcoin, Ethereum, things of that nature. And otherwise, I'm swing trading with that capital as well. Oh, let me get out of Matic. There we are. Hey Nagrin, we just talked about Ethereum. It's okay for now. It looks like it wants to hold up above its own Fibonacci level, but it did have a clear sign to sell a couple days ago. Right now, I still think it's in a decent buying zone, especially with Bitcoin here. As long as Bitcoin doesn't fall down below $58,000, you should be okay with buying some Ethereum at these levels. Preferably, you'd want to wait a little bit to see if Bitcoin goes back down towards 59,000 before buying. But this is still a good place to be having an opening position on Ethereum if you're looking to swing trade. If you're looking to do a little bit of a swing trade, or preferably a day trade on top of that. Hey Chef Mike, can you look at Cat for me? It's making me worry. Yeah, I can take a quick peek at it. Taking a dip. Well, it broke out, came up towards the 200, and it got rejected. So this doesn't look too good at the moment. You can see if it holds above the 50 tomorrow, but if it doesn't hold above the 20, if it doesn't hold above the 20, I'd probably sell whatever position you have just to be safe there. Because you see some institutional investors selling at the 200 moving average with a bearish divergence right here. So I would say be careful with this one. Be careful with that one. Hopefully it can bounce off of the 20. If it bounces off of the 20, then you at least have some opportunity to sell your calls or your options at a little bit of a better price moving forward. But if you have calls expiring this Friday, the theta is going to really start to kick in here tomorrow and the day after. Halo Push 10,000th place. There you go. There you go. I sucked at math. I failed chemistry, but I got an A in physics. Math, however, I was just not good at math. I like plugging stuff into equations and then running those equations using computers, because why should I do stuff by hand when I have a computer that will do everything for me? It's one of those real world situations that the teachers always talked about. Hey Ken, hey Mike, what exchanges are you buying these altcoins on? Some of them I'm doing swaps because I have no other way of doing it. Some of them are on BitGet, as I showed you guys before. Some of them are on like Femex, which I have a link down below. Some are on KuCoin, which is a pretty good way to get some there. So you know, there's lots of different coins out there. If you don't want to do swapping, just skip the coins that you have to swap for, because I personally hate swapping. It's just something I have to do sometimes, and I still suck at swapping. I suck at swapping. I'll just flat out say that. But like if you wanted to find a coin here, like MicroPets. See, you can only get it on PancakeSwap, LBank. I don't have an LBank account. Hotbit, I don't have a Hotbit account. You can do ZT. I don't have a ZT account. So it really depends on what you want to do with it. Let me see if I can hit all markets. So yeah, these are the markets available for it right now. Right now, looks like ZT has the most of the volume though, even though it has an asterisk next to it. Looks like PancakeSwap is probably the best one, but you can go over here to Hotbit. Oh. There you go. And you can go over to the spot section or markets. And you should be able to find it down here if you wanted to. Now, I don't know if this is available in America or not. But you see they have a bunch of coins here. They have the opportunity to buy. You can see most of the coins are down at the moment, right? But they do have a good list of coins if you wanted to try some out. I just have no idea if register. Hotbit provides customer service except USA, China, and other regions. Oh, see, so it's not even available in America. So if you're not in America, if you're in Europe, this is a place you can go. Otherwise, you know, you gotta go with the swaps. Gotta go with the swaps. Oh, we just had a little bit of buying volatility in here for Bitcoin. So Whale just came in here to try to pump us up a little bit. Let's take a look at Twitter and see if we can find out how big that sale was. Oh, Bitcoin was just shorted $11 million, man. Bitcoin shorted. No, that was a short. Man, somebody bought that short up like a freaking maniac. Bitcoin short. So yeah, somebody trying to push Bitcoin down right now. Let's hopefully we can hold right there. But man, yeah, there's some big stuff happening. Hey, the push. I didn't mean it like that. I just figured you were trying to keep it simple. Oh, you're probably not talking to me. But if you were, don't worry about it. Hey Sammy, why is Cream having such a decrease? It's because Bitcoin's going down in the most basic of terms because of the Biden signed the infrastructure bill, and there was some anti-crypto stuff in there, and because of that, you're seeing short whales that like to short taking full advantage of that. So that's why we're going down. If he didn't sign that bill, we wouldn't be having these problems. But you know, we need roads and bridges and all that other crap. I just wish they didn't have crypto talk in there during an infrastructure bill for whatever reason, right? Hey Vin, I like Trust Wallet as a basic wallet. Otherwise, I'd like to go with hard wallets. I don't actually have to have plugged in online, personally. All right, that's okay. All right, everybody, I'm gonna call it a day right now. I'll see you guys later on in the evening, and we'll be talking about where Bitcoin goes from here. If Bitcoin does anything crazy, I will make sure to hop back on. But I'm gonna take my dog to the park for a little bit and let him run around because he's getting mad that he can't play outside as much because of all the falling down branches out there because all the freaking wind out here. But I will see you guys just a little bit later. Make sure that you guys are paying attention to Bitcoin though. You guys will be moved over to my other stream, I think, here pretty soon. If you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to ask each other. There are a lot of people in these streams that can help you guys out, okay? All right, everybody, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys sometime in the evening, probably like 7 o'clock Pacific time or 6 o'clock Pacific time. Thanks again.